Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I want to talk about Dungeons and Dragons and Absolute Wonder Woman, um, number 3. All right, so if you're not aware, DC is chugging along, and they are printing comic books, and so I've been reading real DC comic books coming off the real shelves each week. It's for realsies, right? And they're making some great stuff. And right now they're in this all-in era. They're like, hey, we're making great stories, we want to share them with you. And they're doing this thing called Absolute, right? And it's Absolute Batman, Absolute Superman, and Absolute Wonder Woman, and that is their Absolute trilogy. And I think those are their greatest heroes, right? So Wonder Woman has been recrafted and represented, and there's this awesome, amazing new title coming out, and I have all of it in first print, and I'm loving it. I'm reading it, in the physical comic book. It's peak comic, okay? And so I read Absolute Wonder Woman number 3, and of course she's dealing with. So she comes from the world where she normally is, right? Diana has always been either in Themyscira or in some of the realms. So she comes from the realm she's in, and she goes to Earth, right? And she encounters Trevor, okay? And when she encounters Trevor, she has her Pegasus with her. She has Pegasus with her, right? And Pegasus is Pegasus. But he's dead. Pegasus is undead, okay? He was alive, then he was killed, then he was brought back, but in his death state, okay? And so Pegasus is just this black bony horse, and Trevor's like, what is this creature? And she's like, this is Pegasus. And he's like, oh, you have a Pegasus, but why is your Pegasus just a pile of black bones, right? And she's like, this isn't a Pegasus. This is the Pegasus. It's the original Pegasus. This is what all Pegasus are named after, right? But it was killed and then it was resurrected, and that's why it's in this black bone state. This isn't a Pegasus. This is the Pegasus, right? And the reason why we're talking about this is stay on Dungeons and Dragons, right? You don't want a Pegasus. You want the Pegasus, right? You want the real thing, the original, right? And just like Diana's Pegasus in Absolute Wonder Woman, it doesn't look like the Pegasus did. It's not white with fluffy wings, right? It's black, and it's dead, and it's a pile of and it's animated bones, right? And if you look at Dungeons and Dragons today, it doesn't look anything like what it looked like on February 7th, 1974, when Gary Gygax brought it into the world. It looks completely different. It's transformed. It's powerful. It's innovative. And it's way more than it ever was, right? You don't want a Pegasus. You want the Pegasus, right? You have a lot of choices in tabletop role-playing games. Don't waste your time with trash. Stay with the treasure. Don't waste your time on a blurry mimeograph. Stick with the original and use the thing that not only is transformed today, but has the power to transform you, in my humble opinion. Every single word you just heard is my humble opinion. Nothing more, nothing less. The important part is when I get to hear your humble opinion, when you get in the comments and send your traffic. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a fetch millennium.